They're on call for 24 hours at a time, always responding, training, reacting. People put their lives in the hands of these perfect strangers, who at minimum are supposed to be heroes.
Trust is critical in our line of work because at 3 in the morning we're going into someone's house and that citizen opens their door and lets us in, no questions asked. Now granted, we show up in a big red truck or an ambulance wearing uniforms, but still, yeah, people are at their most vulnerable when they dial 911. It's obviously a significant emergency on their part and they want people they can trust.
The last thing they're supposed to be: sexual predators. But in Portland, Oregon, paramedic Lanny Hazard is serving 5 years for inappropriately touching females in the back of his ambulance. As a response, California Democrats have passed legislation to make sure that paramedics like Lanny Hazard never work in the state. Starting July 1st, when a paramedic is hired, they must get a robust background check.
Back and forth.
Applicants scan their fingerprints, and then those go off to the Department of Justice and the FBI.
Live scan freaks me out. The fact that they've got all our fingerprints on file for like everything all the time really weirds me out. But it's my job, whatever.
The result of that test will go into a new database that will hold all the pre-employment background check information in the entire state, plus the records of when paramedics get fired. The goal is to prevent a paramedic who's been convicted from hopping into the next county and getting hired at a new job. Paramedic Jim Halleran says that he doubts that something like what happened in Oregon could ever happen in Fremont.
We have no time that we're ever alone with anybody. And any patient that's ever been what we'd consider code 3 or an emergency situation where we're transporting them code 3, there's going to be a firefighter, paramedic from the fire department as well as an ambulance medic. So there'll be 2 of us back there. So there's accountability to each other.
Less than 1% of the 900,000 paramedics in the U.S. have violated the public trust. And the ones who are working in Fremont are clear. If a paramedic does get fired, the new law states that a record of it must be filed in the database within 30 days. To keep the public safe, one paramedic at a time. Vanessa Castañeda, Silicon Valley Pulse.